Because of what this channel is and what I tend to focus on, I have faced a lot of backlash over the particular topics of this channel, mainly courses, mainly from course creators. I've been asked to take videos down, all sorts of different things. I don't research, all of my information is inaccurate, I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm breeding negativity. Here's the thing, my channel has just as much of a right to be up as the channels of people that are consistently trying to sell you different things. People are never going to have the same exact opinions on every single thing. I've never called any particular channel a scam outright. I've always said that their behavior seemed scammy, except Ty Lopez. Guy's a scam. But through the course of doing this and through the course of this channel molding into what it is now, I've noticed that you are almost not allowed to have an opinion that is any different than the opinion of most of the people that have established an enormous presence in this online producer space. If you don't agree with everything that they say, then you are obviously wrong, as if there's no way that a lot of these huge producers could possibly be wrong. And I think that it's important that we maintain a sense of speculative reasoning when it comes to spending our money. I cannot tell you how many comment sections I've been in where people are like, do you offer a course? Tell me you offer a course. Please, do you offer a course? I'll pay anything for this course. A course will never change your life. Will it consolidate information? Will it help you in a lot of ways? Probably. It really depends on what kind of person you are. If you're somebody that's going to take the course seriously, yeah, it'll probably help. You cannot put all of your eggs into these baskets. These people cannot make your dreams come true. The only person that can do that is you. If you're somebody who loves to research, do you feel like you can figure out all of this information for free? Trust me, you definitely can. When it comes to the courses, can they hold your hand and guide you in the right directions and give you this information a lot faster? I'm positive that they can. You'll learn it a lot faster if somebody has already consolidated and done years of research than if you're going from video to video to video to thread to thread to thread, trying to figure all this stuff out on your own. Will you get there? Yes, but it's almost like using cheat codes for video games. My main beef with them was I didn't like the way that they were marketed. I didn't like the price tags. I think that they're outrageous for a group of people that are struggling artists. And I also think that a lot of the information in a lot of these courses is outdated, which some of the courses have been addressing. It really depends on the course that you're going to be taking. Some of them are obviously going to be good and some of them are obviously going to be bad. But do I have the right to stand here and question these courses? Do I have a right to put out my opinion on what some of these online producers are doing? Yes, as much as they have a right to sling their courses on their channels. We have to open up our minds more to different thinking patterns of different people. Obviously, we have all had very different lives and we've all been through very different things, and every single second of your life has brought you to this moment where you're watching this video right now. That didn't happen by accident. That's years and years and years of you being on a certain path and falling upon this video. The same as if you fell upon a Busy Works Beats video. It's really up to you to decide if you just want to instantly buy all of the information that these big online producers are telling you just because they're big. A lot of these guys, they've been around for a very, very long time. Does that mean that they're just so out of touch that they don't know anything about the current online producer community? No, that's not what that means. It just means that they got to their size because there was a lot less saturation at that time. Think about if Adam Ivy started his channel in 2020, he would not be the size that he is. He started it a long time ago. Always look at size almost like a timeline, because most of these guys made it to these sizes before a lot of different online producers started to kind of infiltrate the YouTube space. But the other part of that is think about the free content that you're getting and the quality of this free content, because I've noticed that in a lot of these course creator videos, there's gonna be these claims like, well, look at Brian Adams over here made this much and Keith Wilson made this much. Businesses that are very, very successful do not need to pick these individual things. They'll give you like a statistical analysis of the overall success rate of their course. Not, hey, look, these three people, let's spotlight them, let's highlight them, let's talk about how great that they've done, even though I've had like 10,000 students. I think as smaller producers, we started to get tired of being sold to, because every single time that I turned on YouTube and tried to watch anything, everything is a humongous sales pitch. And it started to get so agitating for me because it's like they had all of this magical information behind this paywall that I just couldn't afford to get through that paywall to get this magical information. But the more people that I talked to that could afford it, that went through that magical paywall, they didn't really do too much afterward. And yes, you can blame them, you can blame the teacher, you can blame whatever. Overall, the course didn't work in those particular cases. But in some cases, of course, it's going to work really, really well. It's the person, it's the experience that they got out of it. Maybe it was a motivational thing that they needed to be able to really, really push themselves. Who knows? The point of this video is that dissenting opinions still have a right to be on YouTube. You can't silence somebody just because they don't agree with you or because you feel like you just own this space because you're bigger. People are starting to lean towards smaller channels because YouTube in general became so corporate. Your size, it's starting to be almost something that hurts you more than it helps. And I really do believe that. So of course, I started this journey on YouTube in 2020. I've told you this before, but I started to regurgitate a lot of the information that I was hearing from these informational producer videos. And the reason that I was doing that was those were the only videos that were really coming up in my timeline. I wanted it to work and I figured, it's giving out useful information. Yes, I'm regurgitating it. It wasn't even working for me, by the way, but I was just sitting here re-spitting all of this information. Meanwhile, I had lost my job and no money. I was having an extremely hard time selling any beats or making any money from my music. The money was so Spartan. And although I'm not sorry because I was able to build a whole channel during that time because I didn't have a job, it was so stressful. It was getting scary, like gassing my car, just doing anything. I was looking for 9-to-5 jobs at the same time. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm just going to depend on music now. I was constantly looking for jobs. I couldn't find them. All I kept seeing, and my dream, by the way, was always to do something in music production or even anything in entertainment, really. All I kept seeing was these promises being made by these huge, super wealthy producers who were making even more money during that time because everybody was home and watching YouTube, constantly telling me what to do. I would go and do that exact thing. Then they tell me something else to do. I'd go do that exact thing. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. And I actually believed that there were these secrets behind this paywall that would actually work for me. The frustration, like I get why people like to watch this channel because the frustration is real. It feels so hopeless. You watch these people and it's like, there is a jealousy. Of course there's a jealousy. Of course I'm envious of people who right now are rich off of doing what I want to be able to do. I'm not there. But I think where the anger started to come in was them trying to monetize my predicament. Like, you are monetizing my pain, which is the point. You need a phone, Apple's selling phones. You're monetizing that pain point that somebody doesn't have a phone or doesn't have a good phone, so you're selling them a phone. I get it. Like a lot. Most of the products that we buy are solving a problem. My issue and where the anger came from was that the problem wasn't being solved because this is a really difficult thing to help somebody do. Even with all of the best information, it's extremely hard to turn somebody into like a big channel or a big producer or get them placements. It's one thing if you're taking something like a computer course, like one of those Google certification programs. At least you come out of that with something that's attainable. You can go get an IT job at Google. You can. It's possible. This is extremely hard. Like, this is like playing a video game on insanity mode. And I felt like the promises were very grandiose compared to what you would actually get out of these programs. And I felt like if I just had $1,000 for this course, it would help me. And I realized later, really probably wouldn't have, because I knew too many people that were taking these courses. And honestly, I started to pass a lot of them up with just my progress with the channel. And even with beat sales, I started to slowly pass up the people who had actually taken some of these courses for like $1,000. And that was just because I was uploading more frequently. I didn't give up. They have these long stretches in between. That's not the course's fault. Still, it wasn't like they came out of that course with 35,000 YouTube subscribers and, $500,000 in beat sales. It got so bad for me at one point. Like, I was like, I wanted people to listen to my music so bad. I couldn't even get my family and friends to give a shit about anything that I was doing. And I literally kept having this recurring thought all through 2020 and 2021. If I was dead, people would actually start to listen to my music. It's like this stuff gets so dark. dark. The really wealthy, producers that are just pitching product after product. I don't think that they understand that. They're so far removed from the desperation and just the sadness that wanting to do something this unrealistic can bring you. It's like, what if you don't want to drive trucks? What if you don't want to fix cars? What if you don't want to do hair? What if you want to be like a YouTuber or a musician? And I realized that I'm in a pool with a lot of other people. And even if you took a hairdresser and was like, do you like hairdressing? She's like, yeah. Would you want to be a YouTuber? Yeah. I mean, the people, we usually want that stuff over what they're doing. But at the same time, there's no backup for me. I don't like doing anything else. So what do you do in that situation? It creates a very hopeless feeling. As this channel has grown, there's been a light at the end of the tunnel. And that light was not brought by a course. That was brought by connecting with people that had the same pain as I did and felt like they were being taken advantage of. To everybody that subscribed, thank you. I'm serious. It means the absolute world to me. Every single one of you. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscriptions. And of course, I wish you all the best. I'm going to continue to release these videos, and I got some good stuff coming.